This is a demonstration of experiment 1J, and so what I want to do here initially is download the latest bitstream. We'll do that. What I've done is I've downloaded the bitstream, and it's stepping through. I haven't touched any buttons now. It's stepping through the data that is in the ROM, and you can see the LEDs on the right, which represent the address that it's reading from. Reading the ROM from, and it's just stepping through that. So this is one mode. It's just looking at the data, and like I said, the address is represented with the 4 LEDs on the right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is press a button, and then it's going to restart that counter at 0 and go through that ROM starting from the beginning, and it's going to look at every number in there. That number is greater than 99. It is going to skip that number. That number is greater than 50 but less than 100. It's going to write that in the top RAM or the high RAM. Otherwise, it's going to write, if it's 50 or less, none of the data is 0, by the way. It's going to write it in the lower one. So what it turns out is there are 9 pieces of data that are between 51 and 99 inclusive, and there are 4 pieces of data that are between 1 and 50 inclusive. Anyway, so let's take a look at this thing. I'm going to go ahead and press a button here, and you're going to see, watch I press this button, that it's going to restart those LEDs at 0. Okay, so it's stepping through this thing. It's analyzing every piece of data, and once it gets through all 16 pieces of data, it's going to flick into the display the high RAM or low RAM mode. I think it displays the low RAM first. Okay, and here we go. So this is the low RAM, and then it's going to display numbers in the high RAM. Once again, you can see it only had 4 numbers, and it quit at 3 there, but it's going to step through the entire sequence until it gets to 15, and it's going to switch to the high RAM. And if you notice, what you're seeing here is the number on the left is the address, the number on the right is the data. So that's the number on the left, is the left 2 digits are the address, the right 2 digits are the data. So it gets really kind of complicated to read, but that's what it is. So we got through that thing, and we'll go through this one more time, and it's going to go back to the low data. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of low data, and the rest is zeroed out. And then it's going to switch back to the high data once it gets through all 16 values. So it's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now it's going to step through the high data, and there should be 9 of these. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the last piece, and everything else is 0. So, and that's the deal here. And I can actually, not a big deal that I can actually press this button, and it will actually restart the thing, which is cool. But it's reading from a ROM, and nothing wrote the ROM. And so that's a demo of experiment 1J.